There comes a point in everyone's life where nothing seems to be working. You've tried everything. You've followed the steps, listened to all the advice, and put in the effort, and yet your desires seem to be slipping further away. But what if this very resistance is an opportunity? A signal from the universe nudging you toward a deeper understanding of how to manifest what you truly desire. Surrender the struggle. When things aren't working, the natural response is to push harder, to try and force the results into existence. But here's the secret. The more you struggle, the further away your desires seem. This is because the struggle is rooted in resistance. Know that the universe isn't something outside of you deciding to grant or deny your wishes. Instead, it is a living, dynamic system that is responding to your inner state. If you feel like nothing is working, it may be time to shift your focus inward. When you detach and trust that whatever happens is for your highest good, you release the need for things to go exactly as you planned and allow the universe to bring something even better than you imagined. Often, when we cling too tightly to a specific outcome, we limit the universe's ability to surprise us with something greater. So let go of the outcome and trust that the universe has your back. The first thing you must do is surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up on your dreams or desires. It means letting go of the need to control every outcome. It's about trusting that the universe knows how to guide you, even if things look uncertain right now. When you surrender, you stop fighting against the current and instead allow yourself to be carried by it. One of the biggest mistakes people make when manifesting is getting stuck on how their desires will come to them. They try to map out every step, predict every event, and control the timeline. But the truth is, the how is not up to you. It's up to the universe. Your job is to be clear on what you want and then trust that the universe will deliver it in the best possible way. Letting go of the how requires a deep sense of trust. Trust that the universe is working behind the scenes to orchestrate the perfect circumstances, the right opportunities, and the best timing. When you release the need to know how your desires will manifest, you create space for magic to happen. The universe has a way of bringing things to you in ways you could never have imagined. Imagine a river flowing smoothly. If you try to swim upstream, you exhaust yourself, making no progress. But when you let go and float, you move effortlessly with the flow of the water. The same is true with the universe. Let go of the need to control every little detail, and you'll find that things begin to fall into place naturally. Align energetically with your desires. Now that you've surrendered, it's time to align yourself energetically with your desires. The universe responds to energy, and if your energy is scattered or unfocused, your desires will feel distant or out of reach. Aligning with your desires means becoming a vibrational match for them. This is done by embodying the feelings, emotions, and mindset you would have if your desires were already fulfilled. For example, if you're manifesting a new job, how would you feel once you had it? Would you feel confident, abundant, and purposeful? Start feeling those emotions now. Act as though your desire has already been fulfilled. You will start to take actions that are in line with someone who already has the job. You might dress with more confidence, communicate more assertively, and approach opportunities with an open mind. Paulo Coelho, in his book, The Alchemist, writes, "When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This means that the universe will use whatever means necessary to bring you closer to your desires, whether through people, situations, or even obstacles that teach you valuable lessons." Lastly, consider clearing any energetic blocks. These can be limiting beliefs or unresolved emotions that contradict what you want. If you believe deep down that you are unworthy of your desires, the universe will pick up on that and reflect that belief back to you. Identifying and clearing these blocks through journaling, meditation, or energy work will help you maintain a clear and open channel for your desires to flow in. A great example of this can be found in the teachings of Abraham Hicks, who emphasize the importance of being in a state of emotional alignment with your desires. They explain that your emotions act as a guidance system, showing you when you're moving toward or away from what you want. If you're feeling joy, excitement, or passion, you're aligned with your desires and the universe. If you're feeling doubt, frustration, or fear, you're resisting the flow of the universe. Learning to trust and follow your emotions can help you stay on the path that leads to manifestation. This shift in energy is what attracts the desired outcome to you. The universe is like a mirror. It reflects back to you what you are putting out. Principle of polarity. It's a truth woven into the fabric of the universe itself. A truth known as the principle of polarity. At its core, this principle tells us that everything in existence has its opposite. Night and day, hot and cold, joy and sorrow, all exist on the same spectrum, just at different ends. More importantly, within every challenge lies the seed of its solution. Right now, if you feel like you're swimming upstream, pushing against a current of obstacles, remember this: that very resistance you're feeling has an equal opposite force. If you're facing hardship, then the potential for ease, for flow, is right there with you, even if you can't see it yet. The very fact that you're stuck means there's a way to be unstuck. The universe never gives you one side of the coin without the other being present, waiting for you to flip it over. When you're in the middle of a storm, it's hard to imagine the sun shining again. It's difficult to think that success is even possible when all you see are closed doors. But what if the closed door wasn't a sign of failure? What if it was the universe's way of showing you another way? This shift in perspective is everything. What you're feeling, this frustration, this resistance, is not a dead end. It's simply a point on the path. The other side of this struggle, the success you're yearning for, is as real as the struggle itself. Let's dive deeper into what this really means. Think about it. When you're cold, what's the one thing you crave the most? Warmth. The cold doesn't just make you uncomfortable. It also makes you aware of how much you desire the heat. In the same way, when you're experiencing resistance or feeling blocked, the discomfort makes you more aware of how deeply you long for success, for things to flow easily. That longing, that awareness, is the first sign that success is not only possible but is actually already there, waiting for you to tune into it. You see, the universe operates in a constant state of balance. It never tips too far in one direction without offering a counterweight. This means that every hardship you encounter, every moment of resistance, holds within it the potential for ease, growth, and breakthrough. And here's the key: you need to recognize it. You need to focus not on the resistance, but on its opposite. When you're facing a challenge, it's easy to get consumed by the problem. It's all you see, and soon it becomes all you think about. Your mind spins with thoughts like, why isn't this working? Or, why is this so hard? The more you focus on the struggle, the more energy you give to it, and the larger it grows in your life. It's like watering a plant. Whatever you give attention to will grow, and if all you're doing is watering the struggle, don't be surprised when it keeps growing. Listen to the universe. Once you've surrendered, aligned with your desires, and let go of the how, the universe will begin to communicate with you. It speaks through subtle signs, feelings, synchronicities, and gut instincts. These are often quiet nudges, so it's important to be present and pay attention. Trust your intuition. When something feels right or when you get the sudden urge to take a specific action, this is the universe guiding you toward your desires. Once you've surrendered and aligned yourself with your desires, the universe starts to communicate in ways that might seem subtle at first but are powerful when recognized. These nudges are how the universe guides you toward the path that will bring your desires into reality. To truly tune into them, you need to cultivate awareness and trust in the process. But how do these nudges manifest? Let's examine this more deeply. One of the most common ways the universe communicates is through synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to be random. Perhaps you're thinking about starting a new project, and suddenly you meet someone who has the exact skills you need to bring it to life. Or maybe you've been considering a career change and then you keep stumbling across articles, podcasts, or conversations about the field you want to enter. These synchronicities are the universe's way of aligning circumstances to bring you closer to your goal. A famous example of synchronicity can be seen in the life of Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist who coined the term synchronicity. Jung described a moment with a patient who was talking about a dream in which she received a golden scarab. While she was recounting this dream, a real-life beetle resembling a golden scarab tapped against the window of his office. This seemingly small event carried profound meaning in the context of their conversation, symbolizing breakthrough and transformation. Jung believed that these kinds of coincidences were the universe's way of guiding individuals to greater awareness. Synchronicities can be subtle, but the key is to pay attention to patterns and recurring themes in your life. If something keeps appearing, whether it's a symbol, a number, or a situation, it could be a nudge from the universe urging you to follow that thread. In the Bible, Jeremiah 29 verse 11 speaks to this. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." The universe is always working for your good, orchestrating these coincidences to guide you in the right direction. Another way the universe communicates is through gut instincts or intuition. That deep sense of knowing, the feeling in your gut that tells you something is right or wrong, is often a direct message from the universe. Our intuition bypasses logic and taps into a deeper wisdom that is in tune with the flow of life. You may have experienced moments where, without any clear reason, you felt compelled to take a certain action or avoid a particular situation, and it turned out to be exactly the right move. Just think, Albert Einstein once said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." This speaks to the power of intuition, which often serves as a direct line to the universe's guidance. When you feel a strong inner pull, even if it doesn't make logical sense, it's important to trust that feeling. It could be the universe nudging you toward an opportunity or away from a potential setback. As you move forward in your manifestation journey, it's crucial to develop a practice of presence and mindfulness. The quieter your mind, the easier it is to notice these nudges from the universe. Meditation, journaling, or simply taking moments of stillness throughout your day can help you stay open and receptive to the subtle guidance that is constantly around you. Manifestation is co-creative ***. Remember, manifesting is a co-creative process. The universe is always working with you, but you must also do your part by taking inspired action. You show the universe that you are serious about your desires and ready to receive them. In fact, it is said that every individual carries a spark of the divine within them. This spark is not passive. It is the very source of your creative power. Ancient wisdom from the Vedic tradition speaks of this inner divine energy as Shakti, the dynamic force that drives creation itself. To manifest is to awaken and align this energy within you with the universal flow, bridging the gap between your desires and the infinite potential of the cosmos. But how do you co-create with the universe? How do you move from merely wishing for something to actively bringing it into existence? This is where many people encounter their first block. They may believe in the power of manifestation intellectually, but deep down, their emotions tell a different story. There is fear, self-doubt, or the nagging feeling that they are unworthy of what they seek. In co-creation, it's not just about what you say you want. It's about the energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, and the emotions you allow to take root. Buddhist teachings often highlight the concept of right intention, which speaks directly to this alignment. The idea is that your external actions must align with your internal beliefs and intentions. If there is discord, if you desire abundance but carry a belief of scarcity, your manifestations will reflect that disharmony. To truly co-create, you must cultivate an inner landscape that matches the reality you wish to see in the outer world. This means practicing mindfulness, clearing out limiting beliefs, and choosing thoughts that are in harmony with your highest vision. The process isn't linear. Co-creation often doesn't look the way you expect it to. It's rarely a linear process of action followed immediately by reward. Instead, it's an unfolding, a gradual realization of your desires that sometimes happens in unexpected ways. The famous philosopher Laozi once said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Every step you take is essential to the larger journey, even if it doesn't seem to lead directly to your goal." The universe works with unseen forces that are shaping your path, and these forces can only be fully understood in hindsight. Imagine you're painting a masterpiece. You wouldn't rush through each brushstroke, would you? Instead, you would take your time layer by layer, knowing that each stroke is contributing to the final masterpiece. The same is true of manifestation. Each step, each twist in the road, and even each setback is part of the co-creative process. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows the exact timing and way in which your desires should unfold. In the book of Habakkuk, the prophet speaks to God, addressing him as one who is too pure to look upon evil. He asks why God remains silent when the wicked seem to prevail over the righteous. The prophet, in anticipation of a response, takes his stand on the watchtower to listen for God's answer. God responds, telling him to write the vision plainly upon the tablets so that he who runs may read it. The vision, he says, has an appointed time. It will ripen and come to pass. If it seems delayed, the prophet is instructed to wait, for it will surely come to fruition in its own time. This reflects a deep spiritual truth. There is a divine timing for everything. Patience and trust are crucial. Manifestation doesn't happen on your timetable. It happens on the universe's, and that requires deep trust. Often, the things we desire are coming, but they are also shaping us in the process. James 1 verse 4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." This verse underscores the importance of allowing the process to unfold in its time, knowing that it's preparing you for what's to come. Often, people try to rush their desires into being, wanting immediate results. But just like birth cannot be forced before its time, neither can spiritual manifestations be hurried. There are processes and experiences not always captured in Scripture, but they shape us and prepare us for what is to come. This message emphasizes the importance of patience and faith. On a personal level, when you dare to assume that you are already what you desire to be, your inner conviction becomes the key to making that desire a reality. Once you embrace this state, it is like planting a seed. The fulfillment will have its own divine hour. Even if the manifestation appears slow, you must trust in the timing and wait, because it will not be late. The philosopher Soren Kierkegaard once said, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." This speaks directly to the way the universe works in co-creation. You may not understand how things are coming together in the moment, but one day, looking back, you will see how every moment, every twist and turn, was necessary to bring you to your ultimate destination. One of the best illustrations of this idea comes from the Bible in Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This passage reminds us of the importance of surrendering the need to understand or control every step. When we lean on our own understanding, we often get in the way of the magic that's unfolding. The universe, or God, as the Bible refers to him, has a much broader view, one that includes not just what you think you want but what you truly need. So the next time you find yourself feeling stuck and overwhelmed by resistance, stop for a moment. Breathe, acknowledge the struggle, but then shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on the frustration, ask yourself, what is the opposite of this? If you're feeling blocked, where is the flow? If you're feeling lack, where is the abundance? By shifting your energy and focusing on the opposite of what you're currently experiencing, you align yourself with the very thing you desire. And once you do, you'll find that the universe has been waiting all along, ready to respond to the new vibration you're holding. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about aligning with the natural flow of the universe and allowing the solutions to reveal themselves. The moment you stop resisting the resistance and start embracing the flow, everything changes.